Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I again want to say what a great pleasure it is for us to be here. I want to just say that the hospitality and the warmth which we have received so far, we just want to give our thanks to President Rouhani and the way we have been treated ever since we've landed last night in Mashhad and then had the wonderful experience of going to Hazrat Imam Raza's Mazar. Now, I'll just say a few words and then I would really idly look forward to your questions because I have my team sitting here, my ministers, my commerce minister, and they will really answer all your questions. Firstly, countries which are doing well, like China, like the Southeast Asian tiger economies, all of them have a very high proportion of bilateral trade with the countries which they are close to. So the ASEAN countries have a very high level of trade. China has very high level of trade with all its neighbors. But unfortunately, Pakistan, Iran, India, Afghanistan, we have a very low proportion of trade with our neighboring countries. And it reflects in our standard of living not reaching the levels it should do. Because Iran is 80 million people, Pakistan has 210 million people. These should be big economies. But unfortunately, for various variety of reasons, we have not been able to fulfill our potential, our trading potential. What I want now is, despite the fact that Iran has sanctions, despite the fact that Pakistan at the moment is going through a difficult period, what I want is that we should now start developing our bilateral trade. Just what the minister just said, that rice, only 10% of the rice which comes from Pakistan is imported directly from Pakistan. The rest is indirectly imported. So it's time we, given the situation of sanctions, it's time we work out ways and means we can enhance our trade. So I look forward to your questions, and as I said, my ministers are sitting here, and they will be able to, in specific fields of trade, they will be able to answer your questions. I will leave my ministers here to answer all your questions. From my point of view as the chief executive of the country, I can just assure you that we will be doing everything to promote our bilateral ties and our bilateral trade. In fact, trade strengthens ties. The more trade you have with each other, your ties automatically get stronger. Germany and Japan killed millions of their civilians until after the Second World War they decided that they would have on the border region of Germany and Japan, they had joint industries. So now there's no question of them ever having bad relations because their economic interests are tied together.